drugs in the U.S. or North America.
Yes.
It's because to be a deported parent and to know that your child is out there and you don't know what involvement, or to get a message that your daughter or your son is on drugs, and we know what they go through. You understand? And not being able to could reach them. I mean, that alone tears you up.
It's terrifying.
You understand what I'm saying?
That's terrifying.
So, for those parents, I say, make sure you give it to God. I'm serious. Sincerely, with all your heart. Because, at one time I was helpless. And my son was into some involvements because of separation. I was incarcerated and so forth. And he started drinking at a very early age. He was drinking like a fifth of Remy Martin and blacking out and end up in jail. He don't even know how he got there. And I stayed on my knees like every day for 3 years, praying and praying and praying and praying. And one day I called home, and my girls was like, "Mom," I don't want to call his name, he got his GED. I was like, "What?" They was like, "Yeah, he got his certificate." I was like, "Well, put him on the phone." So when I got him on the phone, I asked him what happened, because and he was like, "Mom," and he told me this story. I mean, I'm gonna tell you. I don't know if I should, because I'm not a snitch. Anyway, they went and they did something, and the police got involved, and he ran up a tree. And he was in the tree for 4 hours. Could not move because the police was on the ground with dogs. And anything the dog hear, they're going to look whatever direction. So he could not move. He said, "Ma, ants was crawling on him, biting him." He said the whole time he was in the tree, he prayed to God. He said, "Father God, if you help me out this situation, I will change my life." And he did. And I'm so proud of my son. I'm so proud. And I know God heard my prayer. Because that was my prayer, and now I pray that the police would just leave him alone. He's trying to live a good life, which he is. He's working, and he has a wife and children. He's a good father. But as soon as the police see that he's a black young man, he's a target. So I pray that he not ever see jail again, because they will arrest you for broken tail light, just to harass you. You understand what I'm saying? So, I know America is not an easy place for our children. And I'm telling those out there, I'm praying for them. If they're not praying, I'm praying. Because I don't pray for things. I could be so unconcerned about a bold Samsung 3 or 5 or a big old 75-inch Samsung TV or a big old Rolls Royce or whatever, because all that's going to bring is worries.
Yes. More money.
What's going to happen when it breaks down? Yes. What's going to happen when this and that? All you did is had it. You understand what I'm saying? So my focus is prioritized. And my priorities is to keep my prayer strong for those who are destitute, for the poor and the needy. You understand? Totally. And for those deported who came home to something, come on, y'all. Step forward to the plate, man. You know what's up. It's just that you had someone you could trust to send your money home. You understand what I'm saying? And they may have done something good. Or you may have had a political figure that may have sent you abroad for some political reason, as we know. I don't want to get into that either. Like I say, I am not a snitch. But I do care about the least of us. And those are the people that left here from they were 2-year-old. And now they're living under a bridge. You understand?
Yeah,
they
totally.
came back when they're 47.
Yes.
Nowhere, no one, and they're living under a bridge.
I feel it. I've been there. I know what it's like. Because, I left here when I was 3-4 years old and coming back at 26, wondering what the heck am I doing here? And not knowing what to do, where to turn to, who to ask for help. it's crazy lonely and frightening.
Yeah, and
And
all these donations, from European Union, 47 million. Well, why are they still under the bridge? All these government buildings that are good structured buildings that all they need is some renovating and could make a homeless shelter. What is really going on?
I know that we're in a tough position in this business, and sometimes we have to speak our hearts, we have to speak our mind, but sometimes we have to look at what's in front of us too, and
All
the
the time.
obvious of what
Are you
we
gonna
see.
trip and fall?
Exactly, and sometimes I see that there's a reason why a lot of people are lonely that are in our shoes, because they don't see a way out. And I really literally mean it in the physical sense, not just in the other sense.
Materialistic sense.
I mean it literally. They're not seeing their way.
My thing is because they keep on thinking about, oh, I'm going back, or I'm going here, I'm going there.
I would tell any deported migrant, I would never tell you, give up on your dream of going back to America or
There's
anything
legal
like
ways
that.
now.
Yeah, but don't put that on your mind as a numero uno priority.
Thank you.
Now, put it as something to work towards, because you will wind up depressing yourself more. And don't compare here to there and saying, oh well, when I was up there I could do this and that, and down here I can't. Don't do that to yourself, because what you're going to start doing is kind of limiting yourself.
You're building barriers.
Yeah,
already.
You're going to create barriers around yourself on what you can do and what you can't do, and you're going to tell yourself you can't more than you're going to tell yourself you can. And you nailed it on the head.
Let me share
Go
this.
ahead.
My last 4 years, I did not see the sky, the stars. I didn't know if it was day or night. In a building, I was. So when I came home, I was so glad
Just to be free.
When I came out that building, I was blind.
Yeah.
I couldn't see nothing. My eyes was closed, my bones. I was so glad that the sun touched me.
Mm-hmm.
It was just a different feeling. We had air conditioning through the winter, air conditioning through the summer. Every season that went through, we had AC. My toes stayed blue.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? That's how cold it was for 4 years. I did not go outside, didn't know what outdoors looked like other than in my mind of things. You understand? And so when I came home, everything was exploration. Everything.
Mm-hmm.
And my joy I took was to see how children react and laugh and play. To see nature, to see the beautiful colors, to look up in the sky, see the clouds and the blue and the green trees, to go to the beach and see the water. That was my most solemn time, to see this big body of just beautiful water on a white sand beach. And it's just me. I was lonely then, but I was happy because I'm free. So now I say, okay, I can use my experience to elevate and to motivate and to inspire, even if I have nothing. You understand? Because my first thing that I did, I had 20 children from flunkers.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't even know what flunkers is, but I took them and I say, hey, y'all gonna create a play, and I'm going to teach you English from this play. And I told them the infrastructure of a play, and they did. And within 2 weeks, these kids were spelling words that they never even imagined they could spell. You understand? Because of the interest. What I did, I used my innovation and did this. And that's what I do to occupy my time. It's to uplift. I am downcast, but I'm not utterly destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Of course.
So I gotta go up. 7 times fall, 7 times rise.
And I think that should be the message to our individuals, that when they get lonely, motivate yourself. Find things that motivate you. Get yourself going.
Explore.
Yeah, explore. I think the main thing,
Embrace.
just for somebody that's at home right now who's lonely and is having a difficult time, what we would say to you is, how about getting up and taking a walk? If you're in Kingston and you're near Halfway Tree, why don't you take a walk to Halfway Tree and go back? If you're near New Kingston, Go to Emancipation Park, walk
Right.
around the track. If you're in the country, wherever area is a public setting, get up and take a walk. If you can drive, drive. Drive, go by the beach, a park, somewhere. Just get out of the house. Stop thinking about, oh, I don't have this, I don't have that, this is wrong, that's wrong. You're alive, you're well, you're here for a purpose, and your life is not over with. And you can make a change today. Take advantage of it. Get up and get going.
Humble yourself and listen to that first voice.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the other day I was up in the office and I heard, like, go outside. I'm like, what for? You know, but I went out there and there was this young girl passing. She's from Quebec.
Yeah, how about that?
And we were talking, and to find out she is here with a music organization teaching our children how to play the cello, violins, orchestra.
Beautiful.
You know?
That's wonderful. Those are the things that we need to encourage each other to do. We're going to take a quick short break. When we come back, we're going to be doing Wendy Lovejoy's infomercial for the remainder of the show. She's going to be telling you on all the projects she's got going on and every activity that she's into. Also, any dates that you may want to know about the next convention and any other items that she may want to mention. But we are so thankful that you guys tuned in, and please continue to do so. Next Monday, we'll be back at our regularly scheduled time from 7 to 9, and we'll certainly be adding more foresight and clarity and picture to the deported migrant plight and also their circumstance. And for myself, Ricardo Stevenson, and my lovely co-host Octavia Duaney, thank you so much for tuning into our program tonight. Please stay tuned for the Wendy Lovejoy infomercials as she tells you all the wonderful things that she has coming up for you, as well as for our other viewers and our listeners. And thank you so much for listening to our program tonight. And we thank you. Hope for Tomorrow Radio here on Reggae to Reggae. Radio like you've never seen it, TV like you never heard it. You have a good night.
Really good stuff.
So keep it tuned to reggae2reggae.com and we'll have more for you. Keep it locked.
As if he's saying something to me, sitting on the limb of a tree, giving me a sound of sweet melody.
Isn't this amazing? You get to have your friends and people that you build relationships with come out and share good, positive information. And you've heard a lot of good stuff here. And I'm hoping to pull it all together with the Yellow Letter Mentoring Campaign. That's what we started this series about real estate and social media. And you guys lucked out. You've got some of the best in Atlanta, Georgia, out here sharing some stuff with you. I want to go back to last week, the training that we did. I shared a little bit about my story and what got me involved in real estate, and how I connected into getting this done. A few years ago when I got started in real estate because I was at the time broke and I needed some cash, and somebody told me get into real estate, and I did. Got a real estate license in the New York area, passed the class first time, which a lot of people tell me they took the class 3-4 times, but I passed the first time. And I interviewed a lot of different brokers and found the top broker in the Queens area and decided to work for him. So within a year, I had my own office and went from there. Got really involved with real estate investing in the New York area, Atlanta, Florida, and some other areas. And one of the things that I found that really helped me was the Yellow Letter Mentoring Campaign, being able to write a letter to a group of people and ask them, are they looking to sell their house, or just ask them if they're open to letting you buy their house for cash. Now, I've gotten a few people that have signed up for the mentoring program that starts at the end of the month. And some of them, the first question they asked is, can I do this if I have bad credit, or do I need good credit to be able to do real estate investing? And again, the Yellow Letter Mentoring Program, we teach you how to do this no matter what your credit looks like. But I always encourage people that as you're making money from this program, you want to start working on clearing up your debt, clearing up and getting higher credit scores, because it's costing you in other areas of your life if your scores are not in the 700s. So again, you can do this program whether you have good or bad credit, and we will help you in fixing and upgrading your credit scores along the process. Another thing you can do with the Yellow Letter Mentoring Program is you can just choose to buy a house for yourself and your family. I have a young lady that just got her house, and she has no mortgage on it. In her 20s with 4 children, bought something dirt cheap, and you can get that with the Yellow Letter Mentoring Campaign. You might be thinking of a real estate investment property, maybe 4 units, maybe, a shopping center. Everything is possible through this program. Now, there's 4 ways that I really like to use this. And if you're somebody who's brand spanking new and you need to raise some capital, one of the first things you might consider doing with the Yellow Letter Mentoring Campaign or the program is become a bird dog. Just drive up and down streets, find properties, refer them to us. We show you how to get them sold, and you can make some quick cash. You don't make as much as bird dogging as you do with wholesaling, but if you need a couple of $1,000s a month, that's a good place to start. If you need more than a couple of $1,000s a month, then wholesaling is a good place to start. Now, some people like to make 20, 40, 50,000. Those are people that like to find properties that you need to fix and resell. We call that fix and flip it. So, or you can fix it and rent it out, keep it for yourself, hold it. We call that buying and holding. All of this is explained in the Yellow Letter Mentoring Campaign. Everything that it takes to build a successful real estate business will be taught in this program. And one of the things I like to teach people is not to work so much in real estate that they lose a wife, they lose a husband, or the kids grow up and don't know who you are. A lot of the people that I speak to, that seems to be the issue. They work real estate so much that along the way they lose family members. And that's because I think they've not built the right team. They've not focused on a schedule. We teach you how to work on all of that. My family is still intact. I live a very good and happy life. I'm very excited to teach that. And so it all, again, is because of building a team and working my schedule. If you don't schedule your family in and everything's about you being worried about making more money because you got bills, you're going to turn around and the bills will still be there, but your loved ones will be gone. We don't want that for you. So again, this program teaches that. We give you a lot of support, encouragement. One of the conversations that I just had, one of my friends said to me, Wendy, when I asked, how can I support you in your business? He said, just encourage me. Just keep me encouraged to keep going forward. Well, we help you in this program. We also keep you very accountable. I am not the kind of person, and neither are people on my team, that allow you to get on the training program and then nobody's watching what you're doing or, keeping you pushing forward. And so accountability is key. We really want to help you with that. We also give you a lot of dialogue and help you if you need the help in closing your first 1 to 3 transactions in real estate. You've heard of different team players before I came and sat at this webinar tonight, but you need people that can help you fix the property like a contractor. You need insurance, you need social media. All of this comes together And if you think that you're somebody that's going to do all of this yourself and have success, you're not going to. I believe in partnering up with people that are experts at what they do and let me do what I like to do most. And believe it or not, you end up with more free time and you make a lot more money that way. It is not easy to build a successful real estate business if you do not have a mentor. Danita Agandaga, who is Darcy's wife, called me after the last conference, the live webinar we did, and she said, Wendy, I really appreciate the fact that you shared that people should stretch for a mentor. And the reason I bring that up is because this course is under $500 that I'm sharing with you, and yet some people will say, well, I can't afford to do it. And I say, if you felt this resonate in your spirit and you always wanted to get into real estate, whether you are a realtor now and you're looking for more listings, one of my yellow letters just this past weekend, and this is a story that happens often, but one of my yellow letters that I sent out about a month ago, gentleman responded. I ended up with 12 properties from him, 12 different units. One of them is the house that he lives in. And so as an investor, I can't really sell that. So I had to connect him to a realtor. And I connected him to Donald Patterson, who got the listing that day. And so it is a way to help real estate people get more listings. That's another thing that I use the Yellow Letter mentoring campaign to help people that I know in real estate get more listings. But what if you took the course yourself and learned how to get listings yourself, or you needed to find some buyers? This works for that.